Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Local Pundit. This is your Wrexham reaction for Vertu Trophy Cup quarterfinals win. Wrexham 1, Bolton 0. Yes, a 1-0 victory again at home at the STōK Cae Ras. We are here. We're back, and it says Cannonball Cup run. Yep. Yeah, it is. We got through. Big guns came on. Parkinson made 4 changes, came on, and they won the game. It was what I expected. As was never going to be easy, but I knew we were going to go through. We were on the ropes a bit. We had a chat in there. We were on the ropes a bit, but what a win, what a victory. We are on our way. We're going to face Posh at home. We don't have a date yet. I don't think I could be. We don't have a date yet. 25th, I think they're looking at, or 26th. I think we're playing. I think there's a match at the STōK Cae Ras on the 25th, so it might be the 26th. So we don't know yet, but all in all, it's a great day. Wrexham win. We're going through 1-0. Got to see some new blood, some old blood. I thought we would go 75% in with the starting lineup, and we did. There were some standout performances and some performances that, were a little bit of lackluster. We also had some results today for League One that kind of went in our favor. We were on the 4th, and we're back up to 3rd. But all in all, it's a good day for Wrexham. So anyways, please smash a like on the video and subscribe to the Local Pundit. If you haven't subscribed yet, we are on our way to 2,000. Yes, on our way to 2,000, and then 50,001 if you know, you know. So thank you all for coming in. Also want to apologize 100% right off the bat. It was my fault with extra time. On me, I did it. It's my fault. I screwed up extra time going in on time. Just want to put that out there. Formally apologize to all the community and to Patty and to Ken and Aaron for that matter. So that one is on me. So I'll take that one on the chin. Won't happen again. I came in hot. Let's just put it that way. I came in hot. But happy to have everyone here. But let's talk about the game real quick. We have 3 interviews coming up as well. We got Andy Cannonball Run. We got Phil Parkinson. We got Gio in there. Handsome Gio. But let me give you my first takes on the game. I like the starting lineup going in. I like what we did. I like what Parkinson basically went for a semi-full squad, which is great. And Matt also says the semifinals will be on the 17th. Okay, I don't know if that's confirmed yet. We'll see that. But anyways, I liked what he did. I liked how he went with a strong squad. I liked that he gave Mo Fall another chance up top. I say chance because he hasn't gotten that many. This has been his tournament to play in. And with the new players coming in, i.e. Smith and J-Rod, who looked great when he came on. You got Mullen, you got Palmer, you got JM coming back, getting his first start. I like what Parkinson did. AO on the back, Rev getting more minutes. I think he's getting to a little bit of rhythm. He's a lot better going forward than he is going back, in my opinion. But I think that Rev is getting those minutes because we're going to need him down the stretch. Because as Parkinson said, we're going to need the entire club, all the boys to go in and do their part. Because Maka is still one away from his yellow card for being on the bench, not by his own choice. So anyway, so I think that's very important there too. Rev did a good job. So interesting one about the back here too. Scar was the captain, and I thought Scar had an insanely good game. I don't think he put a foot wrong. He maybe 1 foot wrong. I don't know who got man of the match officially. Someone want to put that in the chat? That'd be great. Hey, Chicky Brewer, how are you? But yes, please someone let me know who did that. Here's the interesting thing too. So Stash came back in, played on the left. But he had a good game. He hadn't had a couple good games prior, which is fine. Ups and downs, still coming back in. He played well on the left of Scar. And also it pushed over Brunty, who was my man of the match, by the way. My man of the match. I thought Brunt was absolutely awesome tonight. Awesome. Pure class. Pure class. Wins his first. Wins in seconds. Good on the ball. Pushes forward when he wants to. Heads the ball really well. I really like him a lot. He was my man of the match. Pushed him over to the right side of Scar. Scar and Brunty played really well together. On the right side, you have Longman. Longman had a kind of I don't want to say an off night, but didn't have his best night, which is fine. He's still working his way into the team. But, all in all, the back line I thought was fairly solid. Barney came on, did a little bit. I think him and Barney are going to start to have a little bit of a, meet in the middle. Let's see what happens. Barney was a little selfish at the end there, and I take that for the fact that he wants to prove himself. He should have pulled that ball back. I think it was who was coming in. I think it was J-Rod that was coming in. Barney made the wrong decision on that play. I think he was trying to show up a little bit too. But there you go. And nonetheless, we still went through it. But backline was good and solid. Middle of the park, I thought Andy did a good job running around, getting his feet back under him. Great. I thought Gio in there, calm, steady, was good. Now I take this part. We got a little bit destroyed in the first 15 minutes. They had all the ball. I thought we gave them way too much respect, and I was saying, Parkinson, what are you doing, man? Like, go on there, get after him. We gave them a little too much respect, and you got to give them respect too for coming out and coming to the STōK and actually doing bits themselves. They did control it. They had 60-70% at one point. I don't even know if it went down from that, but they had a ton. They had a ton of possession. But to that point, I thought that Evans, when he was on, he came in, he stepped on the ball, and he tried to calm it down and slow things down, which was all right. Interesting enough, I thought Stash was also moving into the middle of the park too. So Elliot Lee had a quiet game. Up front, JM couldn't get much service in the beginning of the match in the first half, but also I like him getting out there and getting minutes under his belt, which is good. We're going to need him for a start since he's come back, which is great. And then Mofal. Listen, Mofal divides opinion, but he had some really nice touches. He was tracking back. I don't know. At some point, he was tracking back down to the left back position. So he was putting himself about. Didn't score goals. Actually, we didn't have any shots on goal. I think in the first half. So it's good. Let's just waive that opinion on what's going on there too with him. I think that he's definitely, it's his birthday too. So give him credit. Give him credit. It was his birthday. So there you go. Did a good little interview in the interview there. He clears that little up in the okay, great, Dan Moore. I'll get that too. I'll get to that too. But anyways, all in all, I loved the starting 11, and the bench was even better. He made 4 subs that came on, and I thought Parkinson really went for it. We owned this game. We won this game in about 15 minutes. He said, "All right," Parkinson was like, "F it, I'm done. I'm not. Great, you guys had a run out. I'm going to go win the game." And he said 4 changes. I think it was like 65th minute. It's like, we're coming in. We're going to win the game. And Rathbone came in and literally changed it all. I thought Smith looked good. I thought J-Rod looked good coming on. Barney, I'm a little okay, but did very, very well. And then also too, Max came in the middle of the park. Max, number 4, coming in the middle of the park, just came in and just said, "I'm going to sit here." There you go. It was really good. So listen, there were some frustrating times in the beginning of the game, and again, we kick every ball. We do, and I came in hot after the game. Excited. But I'll say we're going through, and we got Posh. And if it's on the 18th or whatever it is, it might be the 18th. You're right, or 17th or 18th. I have that down. We will be here live and ready to rock and roll. I thought next week. I think you're wrong, my friend. I think you're wrong. The semi next. That's next. We have Leighton Orient next week. You're wrong, Matto. You're wrong. But let's worry about that later. But anyways, all right, let's get to this interview. Hope everyone is coming in awesome. Please smash a like and subscribe, all the fun stuff. But let's get that reaction. We're going to start with Phil Parkinson because he is the gaffer. I want to hear what he has to say. And Dan Moore, we'll figure that out. What Parkinson has to say in this interview here.
Phil, progression into the final 4 of the Vertu Trophy after a 1-0 victory here at the STōK Cae Ras this evening. How do you reflect on that?
Yeah, I think the early part of the game, we kind of had to work out that the 3-4-3 system, we didn't expect them to play that way, and it took us a little bit of a while to get to grips with that. But then the in-game management I thought was great from the lads. Obviously we're shouting the messages on the pitch, but they worked it out themselves really. And then I thought we had some decent spells in the first half. Probably went for the killer pass too many times rather than to try and get control. But we adapted that really well in the second period, and I was very pleased how we played against a good side. And it was a real competitive game. It was hard fought, and obviously very pleased to progress.
Obviously, he's very pleased to progress. He's talking about the second ball. I thought that I'm going to take it on Scar real quick, even though I thought he had a great game. I thought we booted the ball a little bit too much. I wouldn't call it hoof ball. We weren't hoofing it, but we tended to go long more than we needed to. And I thought Scar was the biggest culprit of that. So interestingly enough on that, but yeah, they weren't putting us in a ton of pressure. I just didn't like how we were reacting to the pressure and putting the ball long. I think we just gave them too much respect. But you tell me, it was because of something we did. Excuse me, choking on water here. or is there something something he chose to do? So Parkinson, he has that there right there. Macca had an injection today in his hip. Not to sidetrack here, but Bruce, let's talk about that in a minute. Just hold that one and put a star in there, okay, Bruce? Okay, back to the interview from Phil Parkinson.
And scored a lot of important goals during his time at the club, but that was some finish, wasn't
Andy
it?
Cannon.
Yeah, I think it was a good goal for us because obviously playing against that system, the space is either side of their two holding midfield players in those pockets, and George Evans broke the lines with a terrific pass, and the rest was down to Andy, and it was a really good goal. But it's understanding, this is how, we knew by half time where can we hurt them, what areas can we exploit them, and that was a great moment for us because it's something we speak about a lot. And it was a terrific pass from George, who I thought was really good tonight for us.
Good.
The games like this,
quick one on that too. I talked about Andy knowing his space. So Andy hasn't gotten a great opportunity a lot because Rathbone's come in, Big Al's come in, WWE. But Andy saw that opportunity. It was a great pass by Gio. But Andy scored a lot of goals for us last year at the end. I think he had 8 or 9 or something like that. So he has it in his locker. When he talked about last year, remember he talked last year, he said, when I was pushing forward, I felt a little more confident to score goals. This one he did, I won't say by himself, but he created a space for himself, 25 yards out, and had to go and curled that one and rooted to the spot, the keeper. Rooted. It was a great curl. It was a great strike. It was one of those, it wasn't one of those he laced it. He put it where he wanted to. And he created that space, put it on his right, and I'm really proud of him, really happy for him. Again, he was ill a couple weeks ago, but coming into the middle of the park, puts a lot of energy in and had a great strike. Now, normally they talk about sometimes like, goal scorer usually gets man of the match. I mean, he had spells of greatness in there, which one was being the goal, but he wasn't our man of the match. But he didn't give up, and he shows the quality of the depth of the team we have to put out, not putting our quote-unquote first 11 out there, but shows that we can pull our foot off the gas, have a guy like Andy who is so crucial in this squad. Yes, not starting 11 every week, but he has that quality to do so. And really proud of that. And opening up that space, he took his opportunity and he said, F it, I'm going to go back. I'm going to put this in the back of the net. I'll get to the chat in a minute. Let's just get through the interview here, and we'll go on from there.
The strength and depth that you do have in the squad, where you've got 4 players that you can bring off the bench that can really add that quality into the game.
Yeah, I think, Port Vale game last week was a good performance, but this was a level above. So the likes of George, Seb, Mo, and players who had loads of football needed tonight as well in preparation for the last part of the season. And yeah, it was definitely a step up, and I'm very pleased that those lads have come through the game, with very good individual performances. And more importantly as well, that not just about progressing. Last time we played here, we lost, and we've got a very proud record here, and it was important that we got back to winning ways on our home turf, and I'm very pleased with that. And it's a good win for us. Obviously, 1 game off Wembley, we know that, and should never underestimate the chance to go and play at one of the most iconic stadiums in the world. And we gave everything tonight to try and get us 1 step closer. And also as well, now we've got players really up to speed for this run of games we've got coming up, because we'll be utilising the group all the way through to the end of the season.
I like what he's saying there too, talking about the balance of the squad. Guys need to get on the pitch and have their minutes. But he's not. Just said it right there. 1 game away now. He's not. Parkinson knows. We are 1 game away from Wembley. 1 game. We were 2 games away tonight. But it's not a risk when you put Evans out there on the pitch to play. It's not. He's just got to get fit. It's not a big risk for him. He knows what he can do. It's not a big risk for him to put Andy Cannon in the lineup to play. It's not. He knows he can play. He scored a goal tonight. So the depth that we have, and I think the signings that we made, the 3 signings we made in the January transfer window have completely changed the squad. Literally, and players coming back from getting back to fitness has completely changed the squad. So I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed how he's managing the team. And granted, sometimes yes, I understand we get frustrated, but shit, man, he's managing the team really, really well. Washtecki just got home and he can't feel his feet. Someone send him a hot water bottle. But yes. It's I hope you're all right, buddy. Hope you're okay, and I'm glad you got to the game. But again, Parkinson, back to the interview. He's managing the team very, very well.
Peterborough at home in the final four of this competition. Obviously, it's going to be a tough test, but it must be pretty exciting to be involved.
Is it going to be a tough test?
Yeah, of course. It's a competition which is always low key at the start, and attitude has got to be right. And ours has been fantastic, and that's a credit to the professionalism of the staff and the group. We've won every game, I think, apart from the draw in the final group game at Port Vale. And yeah, it's about professionalism, playing with pride every week, and we've done that tonight really, really well in a hard game. So yeah, when that game comes, we'll be ready. We'll pick the team we feel is right. But at the moment, I feel that we've got a lot of players in the squad where there's not a lot in it, and so it's not a case of weakening the team when we leave players out, because we've got good players who can step in, and some have made a claim tonight to be involved again.
There you go. He's not weakening the team. I didn't watch the goddamn interview. I swear to God, I didn't watch that interview. That's the first thing I heard of it, too. Not weakening the team. You put someone else out there like a Gio, or, sorry, you're not a Cannon, a Scar, who played great, but it's not weakening the team. It's not. The depth that we have in this squad is insane. Clean sheet tonight, 1-0. Some guy was trolling us in the chat, like myself and Red Horde, about giving him shit. Like, fuck, get out. No, we kick every ball. Sean kicks every ball. Everyone in the chat kicks the ball. You know, it's like we're all in for this. And you know what? I'm so happy we went through tonight. Let's get to the chat before we get to the next interview. Bruce says, EFL website, the winner of the quarterfinal tie between Wrexham and Bolton will face Peterborough United the week commencing of February 24th. Yes, I put it on my calendar. Tuesday's out, Wednesday's out, and Thursday's out. Bruce, all in. There you go. Matt Al says the Wrexham calendar hasn't been updated in the app, so it won't be next Tuesday. No, Matt Al, the game on Tuesday next week is against the Crybabies, Leighton Orient. There you go. And Fall was good tonight, says Matt Al. Just need to stop walking. He's stretching instead of taking steps and then cutting out to pass. You can't react flat-footed. He's a different type of player, Matt Al. He'll come good. He'll come good. And Drew does whatever. Cannon is one of my favorite players from last season. He was incredible. Andy Cannonball has a place in this lineup, and he did so tonight. And he's gonna be part of this thing, part of the moving forward for us. And he's gonna score goals. And he's gonna have a part to play. Bruce and Matt, commenting back to Bruce, you think they'd update the Vertu Trophy website? Birmingham play on the 18th. Yes, Matt, Birmingham play next week on the 18th. We play Leighton Orient, the Crybabies, on the 18th. There you go. If you know, you know. Nottingham Forest won their FA Cup match in the pen shootout. Yes, they did. And SpongeBob SquarePants Sponge Knock. I went to the match, 4-mile walk round trip. Great day, great goal by Cannon. Sponge Knock. Are you new to the channel? You are a member of the local pundits. Happy you got your steps in and happy you went to the game. Tell us what else you think and who was your man of the match. And thanks for coming in and being part of the community. Okay, next interview. Do we want Andy Cannonball run? I think we do. Andy Cannonball run. I think we do want the goal scorer, the winner. I'm going to do it. Here we go.
Andy, progression into the final four of the Vertu Trophy. You must be really delighted with that.
Yeah, definitely. Our intention to go in. We know they're going to be a good team to play against. And I think we started off a little bit slow and then grew into the game. And the second half was a lot better. And I think we deserved the win in the end.
The manager spoke about not just the importance of getting that win, but also back at home. And
sorry, let me just pull it up right here. We were home. We weren't on the coach. We were not on the coach. We were still. We weren't playing. It was which is odd because we were at home. I don't know what that was about. But we'll see. I don't know what that was about. But listen, it happens. We did. It's okay. We took their best bunch and we kept going. Welsh Techie still thawing out. Gifted 10. Count them 10 local pundit memberships, my friend. Techie, you're an absolute legend. And really appreciate you, my friend. As you know, Eat More Chips podcast. Go check that out. The flag's there almost every game. It travels to and fro to the matches. So get those local pundit memberships. Techie, absolute legend. Appreciate you. Thaw, my friend. And always well supported. And he says, Wembley. There you go. I love it. Thank you, Techie. Appreciate you. Cannonball run right there just said, we grew into the game, and he said also, like, you know, we felt like we should have won. We on the best of things we should have won it. So during the match. So I agree with him on that. I don't know why we cannot start games fast. I don't know why. I mean, are we not warming up appropriately? Techie, I don't know. You were watching them warm up. But
Defending that.
Sorry, hold on. John Merrill, you're in the chat. You dodged me earlier, and I wasn't on extra time, and I got you. If you want to come in, I got you, my friend. I got you. You guys, would you win 4-0 tonight? You couldn't win 5-0? We'll see you in the final, my friend. I got you. You want to go? Head up? Let's go. I love John. He's such a good dude. All right, sorry. Sidetracking everything here.
Home patch. For you as players, do you go into it knowing that, you've got a home record to defend and obviously supporters to back it up for?
Yeah, definitely. We know how good our home record is, and last time I think we played out with Stevenage, and we got beat, so it was vital for us to get a win back on home soil and progress to the semi-finals.
And then,
make no mistake, we were on the ropes. We were on the ropes. AO made a good save, ran himself in the post too. We were on the ropes. Techie, you were there. We did not look good in those first 15 minutes. That's one thing that I want Parkinson to go in, get under the nails, like just get under there and just start figuring out why we can't start the game off right. What's wrong with us? Like, just dig under those nails. Why can't we do it? Callous games for sure. We have those games, but this is a different story. Why the F? I mean, it's just probably what he's telling them to do. We played off them. We played off them. We let them have the ball. Why not? Why not go on the front foot? We're at home. It almost is like Parkinson's like, I'm gonna let him have the ball a little bit. And then about 65 minutes, I'm gonna put the boys on. I'm gonna win. It was almost like he wanted the training match. If we went down, I think we would have made a different adjustment. But maybe he's trying to test the lads. I said this is the game. This cup run is a game just in case that we are in the playoffs, and we got to learn how to win, learn how to go to Wembley, all those things. So maybe that's it. Listen, you never want to sit back. I mean, it's all go all the time, but I want to know why our tactics sometimes, even at home, is to let them have the ball. They had almost 70% possession at one point right there. The chat is chatting. John Moore says, remember Parky said they weren't ready for 3-4-3, which is crazy. Wembley to get beat. Techie. All right, I'll leave this one in a second. Techie said it's all in their heads. And John says, only concerned about teams who are 10 or less points in the earth. I love it. Okay. Let's get back to the interview, and I don't want to get sidetracked, but we'll have this chat. Chat.
For the squad as a whole, a lot of players got a lot of good minutes. How important can that be in this run-in?
Yeah, definitely. I think we've got a lot of Saturday Tuesdays coming up now, so it's just vital for the players to get minutes in the legs because it's going to be a busy month. So we need everyone ready because everyone's going to have to play their part.
On a personal note,
It's true.
The winning goal tonight must be a great feeling for yourself.
Yeah, no, it's good. The last 2 weeks I've had a goal, so it's nice. Just need to probably, if I get my chance in the league again, and to do it in the league as well.
Quick turnaround.
Interesting shot there, right? He said, Saturday, Tuesday. Yeah, we're getting build up. We have to talk about this again. We're going to do in the coming weeks. It's going to get busy. Also, right there too, a little hint at the gaffer. He said, I want to get my shots in the league. He doesn't want to be in the Jimmy Bag of Donuts Cup and scoring goals. He does, but he's like, I want to get my chance in the league. And we're going to come after the Wickhams and the Birmingham cities of the world for sure. He wants to get in there. That's a shout to the gaff. And you know what? Good competition in the squad is good. And I like it. And if Bruce is right, I don't know where you got that information, Bruce. If you're still here, and Techie, I don't know if you know about this. The shot that Maka got in his hip. I'm not sure what that's about, but if we can get any more information on it, we'll talk about it.
Now to the weekend and quite a hectic fixture schedule. But what are you expecting from Northampton on Saturday?
Weird enough, I watched that game last week against Mansfield, and they beat Mansfield, and we'll do. Obviously, the analysis on them and see what they're good at and where they're probably vulnerable as well, and try and go there and get 3 points.
Thanks, Andy.
Awesome.
While
Well done, Andy. Awesome and great goal by him. and a good interview by the young man too. He's class. He wants to get out there and play. But on that note, going back, Parky said in the YouTube pre-match interview, yes, that's something. I was actually watching that, so good shout right there. I'm not doubting you, but if he did that, so that makes sense right there too. But Andy Cannon obviously wants to get in the first team. He's a quality player. He is part of our top 15. It's going to get in to do our bits, and I like that he's fighting for a spot. I like it a lot. Esteban says, I really got to compliment the community today. We keep getting trolls coming into the chat, and everyone just is so welcoming and disarming. So much so that they just end up retreating. Well done. Well, Esteban, that's a good shot right there. And yes, we do have a fantastic community. We really do. And it's not just our channel. It's the other Wrexham channels as well that have great communities. And we're building something very, very special as a collective group, and especially here at the local pundit. Long may it continue. And I like the, it kind of, I know exactly what you're talking about. Kind of took me by surprise too, but all of you kill them with kindness sometimes, but also, we build a really fantastic group of people there. And I'll tell you right now, Hip Karma, which I'll just give a shout out to Hip Karma, who's amazing. I'll just leave that there. But you're right. Thanks, Esteban, for pointing that out. Sidetracking all of that. And we have one more interview coming in that we're going to do. It's Gio. And it's an awful first half. The subs made the difference. I mean, it was almost like a full different squad, by the way. Rathbone was absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. All right, let's get to this last interview for Gio. Caught him in a bad light there. By the way, before we go, they said they'd be watching how the hip settles down by Saturday. Bruce, you think that's something that has to do with the crash? I mean, that's speculative. I'm saying, but that's a good shout. It's a really good shout, Bruce. Bruce has great insight, by the way, and great insight. Let's just move on, and we'll see what's going on with Gio.
A big win tonight and progression into the final four of the Vertu Trophy. How do you reflect back on that performance tonight?
Yeah, we struggled the first 15 minutes, but we got to grips with the game after that, and I think we really grew into the game. I think especially second half, we a lot more second balls, got on top of it more, and we also know at home we're very strong, so we come strong into the game. So it's only a matter of time, but we worked hard through the early stages in the moments when they control possession, and it's a massive win for us. That really good win, and some good minutes for a lot of the lads who needed it.
When you get into this stage,
talking about those minutes, they seem to be very, very important to everybody, and I understand guys are coming back. I mean, Gio's probably what? Did he play 90 tonight? He played 90 tonight. That's his first 90 of the year, right? Could be.
Of the competition, knowing that there is a place on the semi-finals up for grabs, does it take a little bit more importance and feel like a game that has a lot riding on it?
Yeah, we've got a great opportunity now to really push on in the competition, and we spoke a lot about the game yesterday and how important it is to make sure we get the win and push through, because only this football club deserve to be on the big game. So going into a semi-final now of the cup is a fantastic achievement for us, but we just don't want to stop there now. We want to really push through and hopefully push on to Wembley.
Like I said before, this is a cup run. Obviously, the target is obviously to go win it, right? Birmingham City are a fantastic squad. They have to go. They're going to Bradford City, so they have their own business to do, which I'm sure they'll be fine. But it's been lined up. The stars have been aligned right now for us to go and meet them in the final at Wembley Stadium. But still going to get the job done. Still to go through. We both still have to go through Posh. Posh are struggling in the league, and I think they are. Posh lost tonight, and we'll talk about this in a second before we get out of here. Posh did lose tonight. They're on the cusp of being in the relegation zone. And I'm not going to go all in on Posh. I'm not going to do that. But, what's more important? Cup run, cup holders, yes, or staying in the league. That's remains to be seen what they want to do. But business is to be done. And you look at what's more important to us. I think what's more important to us is to learn how to fight. If we learn how to fight in this league, and also learn if we are in the playoffs, and right now currently We are in the playoffs to scratch and claw to win games however we can. It's not going to matter. So, and also getting that experience if we get to Wembley to play at Wembley, because if we do go to the playoffs, we will have to play at Wembley, and those are the big stages where everyone gets like deer in headlights. And again, I think it's where is it? Okay. Been to Wembley 4 times with the Wrexham 1-1, lost 3. There it is. That's Techie I was looking for. Awesome. Thank you, Techie. That's what I wanted to check out too. So again, callous games, building the calluses. I know you guys probably get annoyed with me saying it, but that's what's happening. That's what's happening right now. And tonight's win was part of that process.
But I've just spoken about the importance of this competition in terms of getting minutes into players' legs and getting game time. But how important was having a different type of test tonight, knowing the quality of the opposition and what there was to play for?
Yeah, it was a real good game of football today. You know, we obviously had Port Vale last week, and that was a tough game itself. But today just felt a bit more of a high-end League One sort of game, and that's exactly what it was. It was a game of football, and there's some fantastic players on show for them as well. But we know how good we are. We stuck with it, and we showed our quality to win the game.
You want to put?
They did make changes, but they're a quality side. They kept control of the game. Matti. I don't remember the guy in the middle of the park. I'm not sure who it was. Anyone in the chat, let me know. Mateta. That's a good player. He's a really good player. I liked him. I think he was in like 38, 36, something like that. That kid could play ball. 26, he's a good ball player. And I don't know what his age bracket is, but he controlled that middle of the park really, really well.
Personal note, obviously, I'd imagine it's been quite a frustrating time away from the pitch. How are you feeling now, and how are you feeling about what there is ahead?
Yeah, it's been something I've never experienced before. You know, a long-term injury that set me back quite a bit, and there's some tough days, of course, but getting back on the pitch today and getting a win, it really makes them days worth it. It's been a tough journey past couple of months, and a bit of a mental battle in terms of not going through something like that before. But when you, like I said, when you get back playing, back fit, back playing games like this, that feeling, it's worth every down day that you have.
Remember last year when him and Stash went down, and it was, we kind of had a dip in form. And, it's a good, honest moment there by him. And I know listen, we're a very open channel here in the local pundit. Everyone has down days, and those are honest moments right there. Knowing that he was down, he had to battle back through. Everyone's battled back through that, but awesome. This guy's going to be important in the cup, in the cup run and in the run to the end of the season. Trust me. Trust me. It might not be there every single game, but he'll play his part. I said last year that, and even earlier today, his patience on the ball, his just calmness. It's like step on the ball and just chill the F out. Just calm down. And just let's take our time and let's go and let's control the game. He has that in him, and there's just a great calmness about it. It's different from Dabo. It's different from Matty James. I don't necessarily think we have a player like him in the squad that can do what he does. He doesn't have speed. He's not a great dribbler, but he's a good passer. But he's also just a headiness of the game, a good quarterback. And I think that's very, very important. So I'm happy for him to be back in this lineup. And it probably wasn't like I said, I never had this before. I never had it. So I'm happy that he's back in the lineup, and he's gonna be
Andy, progression into the final four.
It's gonna
George,
be a
big win tonight.
It's gonna be an integral part. Wait,
getting back on the pitch today and getting a win, getting back fit, about playing games like this. All
right.
It's a fantastic club here. I've had the support from the physios, people around the place, the lads themselves have been through it with every step of the way. So it's you've got all the support system you need in there. It's a great football club, and it definitely makes the journey a bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
Just finally, in the
sorry, screw that up. I'm sure loves the club.
You've obviously seen a lot of highs. You've had some great achievements. I'm sure you'll look back on fondly. Yeah. How motivated are you now to repay the faith and just look forward to this next stage of the season?
Yeah, definitely. I've missed a big chunk of the start, so if I can finish strong and have a good end of the season with Wrexham, would be brilliant for me. And it's exactly what I want to do. It's like I said, it's been a bit of a journey to come back in, but I'm fit now. I'll play 290 minutes in 2 weeks, so I'm fit, I'm available, I'm ready to play, and hopefully there to make a difference as well.
That was a call to the manager right there. I'm fit and I'm available. I played 290 minutes. I'm ready to go. Use him. He'll be on the bench. He'll be on the bench. We have a stacked squad. We really do. It might not be as stacked as Birmingham City, but we have a stacked squad. And I like seeing that mentality of him. And it's a good interview on it just to see the mentality of a player who's like, I'm ready to go. That's one of the guys that's probably knocking on Parky's door saying, on his office door, like, hey, I'm good to go, coach. I'm good. Let's go, Gaff. Let's do it. Put me in, coach. Good chat, and it's good chat going on right now. Bruce said they'd be watching him. The hip settles down by Saturday. Said to talk about Macca. Okay. Macca has totally ruined anyone in the area ringing into work sick. If your boss is a Wrexham fan, you're effed. Okay, you're truly right. Well, a lot of people are going on Monday. Esteban said Rathbone out there bringing deadly hamster style every match. Rathbone is like the hummingbird of Wrexham's midfield. He is the hummingbird of the midfield. And Bruce says, if the 5-game form is added to current points, the Posh would only be out of the relegation zone by 1 point. They need to focus on the league form, Bruce. We have to go win that match. And for us, we have to go destroy that. So it looks like it right now, Bruce, if I'm reading the tea leaves, right? Saturday, Northampton, Tuesday, Leighton Orient, the Crybabies. The next game is I'm not sure, is it Bolton away or I'm not sure. I'm not sure who it is. I'll find out right now. What's 2 weeks from now? Touching buttons. Leighton, Mansfield away. Not an easy game, but Mansfield are slowly failing. Look at them right there at the 15th place. So okay. Look, Mansfield Town have lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games on the spin. 6. Mansfield have lost 6 games on the spin. Holy days. Oh, that's the World War Z of runs. Oh my God. I can barely count to 6. Matt Al says, great to see Gorgeous George back in the lineup. And I remember talking to Gio after he'd torn his arse muscle. He was gutted. We told him he wasn't fit. Yes. And Josh, look up. I'm not doing that, my guy. And John Merrill says Mansfield are utterly honking. Oh, Jesus. John. That's awesome. That's awesome. I know. I don't think I've ever heard that one before. Oh, dear. All right. It's been a great day of football. It's been a great Tuesday. I mean, Christ, getting through a Tuesday, Army crawling through it. Awesome. So what Wrexham are going through, facing the Posh on we'll face the Posh on the 25th or something like that. It's not going to be next week, the week after. So we'll get that sorted out. They'll confirm that. But again, a great day of football. 1-0. Andy Cannon went through the midfield and just carved him up, and which is great. So okay, here's the lineup for the rest of the week. So Wrexham play on Saturday. It's early. It's a 12:30 match. It's a 12:30 match. So 4:30 a.m. for me. But we will be doing the build-up show. How'd you like the build-up show? I thought they did great. I thought it was awesome. It's a lead-in show. I have to figure some things out, but it's a great lead-in show. Drop of the starting 11, which is awesome. Pass it off to this guy here. You know, if you like me, you know, awesome. I'm joking, but I pass it off, and then we go into extra time, which I effed up today. But we're putting a good schedule together. So I hope you like that. Do that on Saturday. If anything breaks, we'll be here for sure, as we all know. Thursday, turning back a little bit. Interview with Mark Griffiths. I still have to confirm a time with him. He and I are emailing back and forth. Mark, if you're listening, let's confirm the time. It might be recorded or it might be live. So that's one thing that's happening on Thursday. But all in all, a great week and And John Merrill says 11 points clear. Lovely day. Yay. It's yours to lose, my friend. Cheers to lose. Okay, please smash a like on the video and subscribe. You haven't subscribed to the local pundit. On our way to 2,000. It's the road to 2,000. 1.55. Here we go. Awesome stuff, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, not much else to say, but on that bombshell, we will see you all.